Okay, ladies and peeps, this one is going to be super speedies. Just for your own dicks, I'll do that. The video ran a lot longer than I thought, so I'm going to cut the intro down into this shit. If you want to see somebody fucking off their balls, then this is the video for you. Ladies and peeps, yeah, this is quickly as that. That's the whole intro. Eat my spaghettis.
Which are supposed to come in to be fixed for...
Okay, ladies and shits, this is such a rambling monstrosity of shit that even I have to start editing it because he's just talking such lunacy. So I'm gonna cut out some of the boring shit and we're gonna see what other things, because some of the things come out of his mouth. Fuck me.
First, before the economy is fixed. Okay. So, the economy is not going to get fixed next week. Or at least the economy is mostly fine, but the fifth copy problem is not going to get fixed next week. And
where is this man's rage coming from? He's just talking about the economy, and he looks like he's ready to strap a dildo on and start bombing on like he's doing the purge. I don't know what the fuck is going on. This is unreal. To me, you might think it's as boring as shit, but fucking hell.
Why does this matter, and why are we all so upset? Because we are all kind of upset. But we don't have...
Well, the reason why you're talking about it now is because Saffron Olive made a video 25 fucking minutes ago. And you want to get in on it, you fucking midge.
The same reason to be upset. Not everybody's in the same... It's got the same problem, the fifth copy problem, because I'm a paying user, and I'm a grinder, right? So
You're a grinder? What the fuck? You're a grinder? The man owns all the cards. And the last time I checked his video feed, he had 100,000 excess gems. What are you grinding for? You're grinding your fucking balls to paste. You maniac. This is... I just don't know, ladies and shits. Have I had a stroke? Am I really watching Wizard's primary face of Arena for no reason take up arms against his own balls and go insane? What is he going on about?
The fifth copy problem affects me pretty much more than the norm because I spend a lot of money on empty...
That's true. The fifth copy problem does affect him more than anyone else. But at the same time, why does he give a fucking shit? He makes enough, and this is not about him being successful, because it's good, because it allows me to not worry that he's just not going to be able to pay for his hair transplant in 45 minutes. I just don't fucking understand in the slightest where all this needed to be discussed right now, like his balls are on fire.
TJ, and I've done that for the past...
Oh, that's fucking grinding bulls. What a maniac.
Months. It's the thing I make a living out of. I produce content about it. So... Why does the fifth copy problem affect me more than most users? Because I see more cards, I get more cards, I own more cards. So it's more...
More is an understatement. All is the answer we're looking for, Nox. You have all the cards. All of them.
More likely I have 4 Teferis by the time I get the fifth. It's more likely I dumped a...
It's 100% more likely you have 4 Teferis by the time you get the fifth, because we discovered this when we discovered maths. You cannot reach 5 without reaching 4 as well. Otherwise, you fucking call Galileo and start setting up some fucking ancient Greek shit. He's like the man who discovered 0. We could just jump from 3 to 5. We don't need 4 anymore. This man is look at the fucking hate. He needs a boot in the face. Look at the size. This is a standard microphone. This is not one of those radio caliber shits. This is just a karaoke mic, and it's the size of this man's fucking head.
Wild card on a card that I'm going to get a copy of in the next pack. In fact, I crafted 4-hour Dawnbringers, and you know what? I opened about 2 to 3 of them since I made them. So it was, I did it early because I wanted to get the stream content going, but if you're a spending user that isn't making a living off of this is some of the most disheartening bullshit you'll ever run into.
He literally described me, and I don't give a fucking shit. I've spoken about spending $160, and I don't feel like I got value. But, Nox, I don't have fucking 4 copies of any Mythic, you silly bitch. I got 4 Carnage Tyrants, which, amazingly, I have opened 2 since I bought those. I'm not fucking pulling my pants down. It's just one of those fucking things. Never mind. But let him tell you how I react to it. 160 squids I've paid into this game, and I got 2 Carnage Tyrants that I can't use. But let him tell you how I feel about it. Hang on, before I continue. Alright, we're doing the recording still.
Especially if you're not going to buy, 200 packs of each set and only, let's say, 200 packs total. You're going to put 200 packs in one set, and then you get, a wild card, you put it on Lyra. Next time you get an ICR, it's a Lyra. How do you feel? Miserable. So the reason why
I don't feel miserable. I feel miserable having to play people like you in free play with your fucking 15 Lyras while I'm sitting around wanking my balls with a Carnage Tyrant. You silly old midge.
Feels bad is because it actually affects all the rungs of the player base, but some more than others. Paying users...
It does not affect... It doesn't affect anybody except the top tier peeps. I'd love to be proved wrong by somebody in my own chat who has 6 of the same mythic, having spent less than 50 beans. If there's anyone, I would like to hear.
Are getting affected disproportionately because, again, the more you pay, the less cards you eventually get that are new to you, and the 5th copy problem doesn't help because the vault gets filled up, but the vault takes forever to fill up, and the ratio is awful because you need 90 mythic duplicates to open it up, and it doesn't feel good. But it also affects the little guy, for lack of a better word, the person who's playing free to play, who's, just trying to get the most that they can out of the game, that's actually playing on a regular basis, doing their daily routine, getting their daily quests completed, getting their daily wins going, getting their daily ICRs going, and then they finally have 4 wild cards and they want to craft that Carnage Tyrant times 4. So what do? They make Carnage Tyrant
I didn't pause it. That was just the classics.
Times 4, and you know what happens next? They get Carnage Tyrant out of a pack. Do you think that person's happy? No, they're miserable. It's absolutely and utterly miserable. I know
it's not absolutely. I could verify that this happened to me. The specific card he just named. It's not great. Who the fuck cares? Fuck me. I love it. I love the charlatan just veins of almost everybody in Magic. Look, I'm 100%. I'm on your side. I've only spent $65,000 to get all my Teferis. You should have spent 65 G's on those fucking high heels at school. Maybe you might not have got flushed in the toilet.
Because back in the days, before there was a shop in MTGA, I remember distinctly crafting 4 copies of Regal Caracal, which was a cool card back then, but it doesn't matter, it was a rare. I crafted 4 copies of a rare, and then during the same week, playing my free-to-play routine, some people accuse me of never having tried the free-to-play routine. I very well know what it's like to play free-to-play in this game. I opened up 3 Regal Caracals in the same week from packs. And I'm not even getting 1 pack per week back then. You might not know
I paused it on the wrong spot. Look at the fucking rage again.
This, but you could only get 500 gold per day. So every 2 days I was getting a pack. After 6 days I opened 3 packs and they all contained a fucking Regal Caracal.
Who the fuck are you looking at? Who are you looking at? I will fuck you up, man. Oh, man, where is this psycho rage? When I have to play free to play, I got too many Regal Caracals. Oh my god. Ladies and shits, this man is unhinged. Look, why is his eyes so fucking blood red? Also, I'm just saying, he must have a cold. He's not sniffling a lot. He's touched his nose quite a few times. I'm sure that some of his hair just fell off. Look at that face. The fucking legitimate rage. Sometimes I wish I had a camera, ladies and plops, because I am just shaking my head and laughing my balls.
Okay, nothing feels more miserable than having wasted your precious rare wildcards on that 5th copy.
So, look at that. He almost gave in. He was like, I'm going to fucking wash my hand with my own shit. Oh, man. Okay, I'm not going to do this for 26 minutes, but I'm going to jump around. We're going to find some more balls, I think.
I've been suggesting a bunch of ideas since then. Something like, when you get a 5th copy of a card you already own 4 of, then just give people a wild card of the same rarity. Well, this doesn't really work for a variety of reasons, because imagine this scenario, right? Let's take Lyra.
He's grinding, right? He's grinding. 405 excess uncommon wild card. 4 Lyras, of course. He's definitely grinding. He still doesn't have that fourth Polyraptor. I'm completely wrong. I'm a complete bumble squat. That says 108,000 gems. I don't know how much that is, but it's like $400. He doesn't even need. He's a grinder though. He's a grinder. Man, and what are you fucking gonna do? What are you gonna do? These people are fucking delusional.
Lyra Dawnbringer once again because we can. I own 4 copies of Lyra. I open a pack.
I, ladies and shits, as I have said, spent 160 bangers on real fucking digital packs of shit. I've got 16 left, and there are tons of decks. Tons of decks I still need uncommon lords for. Tons. 478 rares to go on top of his 108,000 gems and all the cards. Let's not forget that. He's a grinder though. He's got to work hard for those extra two wins at the end of the day.
Pack of Dominaria. In it is Lyra Dawnbringer. If I'm given a mythic wildcard for that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy all of Dominaria. I'm going to fill up all the cards from Dom, right? Every single freaking one that I can in 4 copies. And I'm only going to buy Dominaria packs from now on because every single card I get in these packs is going to be a wild card. That can't work. So people have suggested, what if it's a 4th of a wild card? What if it's a 6th of a wild card? What if it just progresses the wild card track, right? Like a 6th of a card. It's like a 15 points, something percent. It's like 16 plus, but it's basically a way to say, well, at least your card doesn't just go to the vault for 1%. And it is true that you will be running into that situation sometimes, and the frustration is real, but it's most...
I honestly don't know whose side he's on. Is he saying we need to wait for them to fix it, or is he saying Wizards are a bunch of wankers? He's just, I don't know what he's fucking... He does say it's just a rambling series, but I have literally no idea what his point is. The fact that it needs to be changed, but nobody knows what to do, or the fact that it needs to be changed immediately by Wizards today. I have no idea.
It's a feels bad problem because the odds as an average player that you get a duplicate of a card you already own 4 copies of is slim. It'll take you a very long time before you hit the point of diminishing returns. I know because I bought 180 packs of each set in this game, and
I'm just bought 180 packs of each set just in case. I still got 108,000 jambes, but I'm a grinds. I'm a man of the peeps.
My numbers are pretty much clear, and I knew this coming into open beta. I knew it ahead of time. If I bought more than 150-ish packs of a given set, the diminishing returns started hitting me in the face really hard, where every other pack that I opened was nothing but duplicates, and I just bought the packs to open up the vault, and it took like 50 packs to open the vault, so what the hell am I doing with this? I'm paying $50 to open, so I'm getting the wildcard track, which is great, because that's 9 guaranteed wildcards, well, a little bit under that, like 8 plus. And I'm also getting the vault, so that's like 6 wildcards from the vault, 8 plus from this, plus the uncommons as well. Like it's a pretty good amount of cards for like 50 packs. I'm pretty happy with the amount that it returns, but I'll be damned if it feels good to just send those packs to the vault one at a time. All I do is just like click open the packs to send them to the vault. There's nothing more miserable. So one of the funny things is it's not even that the value is not there. Right? That's a conflation that I hear all the time. Like, there's no value, it's not good, it's swindling, we're getting, screwed over. It's like, yes, you are, but the odds...
So he's just said we're getting swindled and screwed over, right? I still have no fucking idea what he's fucking trying to tell me. Look at that way! This man, it just needs to get slapped about. He needs a full slapping.
That you need to buy more than 150 of a set is so slim, it's ridiculous. The biggest issue to me is for that like mid-level spender that's like, they put $100 in the game and they crafted that deck, they really like tier 1 deck.
Alright, he's speaking about me. I didn't craft a tier 1 deck because I want to play more than one deck. So I spent 100 beans. What else is he going to tell me that I've done?
And the next thing they know, like for the entire week, they keep getting individual card rewards that actually are basically like a 5th copy of Teferi. 5th copy.
Yeah, we've all got 5 Teferis, right? All of us. Fuck me. I've got 1 Teferi for my 160 bangers, and it was the one that you get for type and play Ravnica into the codes bullshit. But I'm just fucking See, I'm at the strip club with fucking spraying singles of Teferis all over the place. What a fucking maniac.
Copy of Midget, 5th copy of Crackly, like just non-stop, just copies of things they already own. That feels
Non-stop 5 copies.
miserable. Like for hardcore spenders that want to collect the entire thing, it doesn't matter. If you're gonna spend $2,000 on a freaking card game, you're not the person with this problem. It affects.
Right, so he's talking about you. You're not the person with that problem. Earlier he said he was the person who it affected the most. I think he's going off the rails. I've not watched this video in its entirety. I just knew around this point it was incredibly boring.
You the most, but you care the least, is the person who's right in the middle, who just gets their, like, the person at the bottom who just has to scrounge up their wildcards feels bad. The person in the middle feels bad. The person who wants to get quote-unquote full sets feels bad. But if you're gonna spend something like $600 into the game, it's really not gonna feel that bad, because you're still...
What? So it feels bad to everybody except the £600 dude. Why? Well, we'll see. We'll see if he actually has an answer for that, because I just don't see it. What a maniac.
Still going to be progressing at a pretty reasonable pace, and I actually made sure that I would keep cars that I don't own as avenues for me to get as rewards, because believe it or not, yes, I love buying cards, but I'm not going to spend an extra $100 on a set that I know that 90% of it is going to be duplicates. And this is actually one of the problems I have with a recent video from Seth, also better known as Saffron Olive, or probably better known, I don't even know what that goes.
I've fucking done that already once, and it was shit, and you're doing it again. It's no need to get passive-aggressive, Mr. Passive Midgets.
But the video basically took Ravnica, which I think Seth had already opened 200 cards packs of, like 200 packs. I don't even know that I bought 200 packs of Ravnica, and basically opened 40 more packs of the same set, and then said, "Look, guys, the vault sucks," or "The 5th copy problem is a real problem." And then made parallels with the real value of real cards, where you can resell them on the market, and that feels better, even in MTGO.
Right, Saffron Olive. This is how I remember how that video going. He wanted specific cards he didn't have, so as an experiment, opened enough packs until he either got those or a wild card. Anyway, I hold my balls. All right, let's go.
The reality of it is, it doesn't matter how you spin it. MTJ is a cheaper way to play Magic than tabletop and MTGO, with the caveat that you can't resell the cards. Now, I don't want to be that person, but when I buy my board games, I don't look for a way for to recoup my investment. It's a sunk cost. It's gone.
Nobody fucking thinks that way. This could only come from a Hearthstone man. Nobody in Magic never sells cards. Not even Seth Manfield. I remember LSV, a man who, if he phoned up Channel Fireball and said, give me, I need this deck, give it to me, they would give it to him. I remember him being really pleased with himself that he sold a playset of Splinter Twins before they got banned. Probably made him an extra $20. He still did it. But Noxious, he knows more than LSV and all the pros, right? Everybody keeps all their cards forever. He just told you. It's a sunken cost. It's a sunk cost? What the fuck? I didn't go to business school. I'm sure he did, because he knows everything. What a fucking... See, this is the charlatan side. I said it earlier. Just make it up. Make it up like you're a full authority on whatever you're fucking chatting about. And just smell your balls. These glazed eyes. I mean, done something squibbly.
Played for entertainment, and that is it. So I know that Magic the Gathering over the past 25 years has been carried literally by the secondary market, because guess what? When they made the game, they thought about this. They said, you know what? We're going to put cards in random little loot boxes.
Yeah, they thought about it. He knows what Magic developers thought in 1993 or 94. He knows what they thought. Look at that face. Of course he knows. All of it. He knows.
And people are going to open them and play with them and have fun. You know what people did? They said, I don't want to have fun. I want to have 17,000 Black Lotuses. I want to get...
Nobody did that. Nobody thought that, because if anyone did, everybody would have a big bag of Black Lotuses. And as far as I know, nobody does. Nobody has... Yeah, when Magic came out, I wanted 17,000 Black Lotuses. They were $5 each. Now I got 15 Ferraris. That didn't happen, Nox. You're just the same as all these other YouTube come-lately pussies. You're just making shit up to talk balls, and all these fucking new Hearthstone viewers and probably Magic viewer pussies are just sucking your little fucking dick.
All the possible perfect spells that I can. I'm going to put all the, like, they basically min-maxed to the point where they had to start trading amongst each other and selling to each other because they couldn't possibly justify opening 150,000 boxes to get their full deck. More
100 and see, this is a man of precision. This is a man of not hyperbole. If you want to build a deck, 150,000 boxes. That's what literally the numbers he just said to play Magic in the old days. And, ladies and shits, I can't verify this because I'm not an old school player. I wouldn't be surprised if on the day Magic the Gathering was released, it was marketed as a TCG, which a TCG is a trading card game. Maybe it was marketed as a collectible card game, where everybody was supposed to just open packs and keep them for themselves. But a little bit of a squibbity bibs. Either way, I don't think you're spending 150,000 boxes up your balls.
So with the rules back then, where there was no limit on the amount of card you could have, so it just got completely ridiculous.
Yeah, you need 150,000 lightning bolts. You could just play anything. Of course. Why would you do anything else?
Magic has been carried single-handedly. Its shitty distribution model, which is loot boxes, has been carried by the secondary market.
So this man is legitimately shitting on the entire fabric of what Magic has been for 20 years. We started off on the 5th copy problem. Now, all of the Magic needs to change. We need to do away with packs, so we're going to have to find only packs for sealed and draft. That's it. The 5th copy problem is so bad in Arena, we need to destroy Magic. What? I don't know what is on this guy's table. It's definitely a fucking, it's definitely ice cold Coke. Ice cold. 2-liter Coke. And, well, yeah, it's definitely Coke.
Market.
Look at the fucking intensity in this man's face. He thinks he could write a doctoral thesis this morning. You know, you can only get that from pure cocaine. Whoops, I shouldn't have said whoops and daisies. Well, I didn't finish that word.
Personally a fan of removing that and just saying, hey, Wizards, can you just build us a controlled economy? I want to give you money. I want to get the cards I want, but please give me an easy and understandable path to getting those cards. I don't want to have to deal with secondary markets.
This is glorious. This is unbelievable. There's a 5th copy problem in Magic Arena. Wizards, you need to destroy every single card shop that there exists in the world. Channel Fireball needs to go out of business. Card Kingdom in the shitter. Star City, we don't need those. This man has just said we do not need a secondary market for Magic the Gathering. What a fucking delusional psychopath. How do I make a deck, Wizards? He has just asked that. How do I make a deck? How do I make a deck? What the fuck? There is no easier system to making a deck than buying them all from fucking Channel Shits or Troll Trader, whatever country you're from. It's fucking hell. What a psycho. He's clearly banged the shit out of his microphone once.
I'm a lot happier with the model of MTGA, with the wild cards even over the dusting, because I'm a big fan of just keeping my stuff and collecting, and I know most people are, even though there's a segment of the population that wants...
How the fuck did we get here so quickly? We were just on the catastrophic end of all shops to do with whiz-bangs, WPN, selling boxy bullshits. Now we're just back on the Magic Arena again. Just flippantly chatting some balls. It's totally squeebles.
It's dusting at all costs. I know for a fact that there's a way to adjust the mathematical structure of MTGA to accommodate for the fact that we're not paper Magic. You know,
What's the answer? If you knows for a fact, share it right now.
accommodate for the fact that we're not dusting cards. It's doable. And frankly, they've done a pretty damn good job since the early days of improving this economy. So when I hear doom and gloom about this, I'm getting a little bit skeptical. I feel like we're always moving the goalpost a little bit. Honestly, we're pretty close to something I would consider fine, but the
everyone knows my opinion is that Magic's arena economy, I think, is close to fine too. It's the other aspect of the same arse cheek. The people like the professor who don't know what they're talking about. Give us, hello, I need more stuff for free. Oh, but let's just look at the fucking idiocy in Magic. Top level wizards respected knobheads. This man in front of us says, we don't need, just blow up Magic. I don't want to buy cards. I need direct decks sold by wizards, is what he just said. What's the fucking professor last week or whatever it was? We need arena to be free. We need packs. We need codes in every pack. People will buy loads of packs. Fuck me. You see what I mean? No one thinks for 2 fucking seconds about what they're saying. The professor, arena should basically be free. Packs should all contain codes. Boxes should contain codes. 1-for-1, effectively tanking arena. This guy, paper Magic, piece of shit, basically. What? Look at the clear bias. He likes arena because he's too fucking short to be able to drive a car or ride a bus to get to a GP. The professor, he's too old to work his computer and he just fucking times out every 10 minutes. 2 cheeks of the same arse. He's the left cheek, the shit, covered in shit. The professor's the right cheek, covered in piss.
5th copy problem really needs addressing, and there's a lot of ways you can address it. My personal favorite solution is obviously one that satisfies everyone because...
Obviously, and it satisfies everyone. Okay? So, prepare to be satisfied. Put on your fucking most absorbent knickers.
It's not just the free-to-play user, that plays Constructed that is unhappy about this. It's the paying user that pays to play Constructed that's pretty unhappy about the 5th copy problem. No one likes to spend 3 weeks to open the vault. In fact, that's the first time you'll ever realize the system is pointless, is when you just spend 3 weeks opening this, you get a few wildcards, you're not excited, you're not happy, you're just relieved. There's never happiness. It's just like, oh, finally, this is fucking done. You're never happy to get the vault open. It's just a relief that
You're never happy to get a surprise, 2 rares, 1 mythic, and a big bag of wildcards. You're never happy. What are you fucking talking about? Every time I get the vault, that's a nice little bonus. Obviously, getting 5 copies of the same mythic is not great. I'm not going to be facetious and pretend like, oh, it's fine. It's not great. But just to say everyone hates the vault, that's fucking stupid as well. I'm not going to go through this whole thing. This is long enough, but just the fucking man is insane.
You've done it after 3 weeks. And the other, segment of the population that is actually getting harmed, I would say, by the system is the person who basically just plays limited, for instance. And the person who plays limited is someone...
He's called an arena. He's called an online player. Because if you just play limited and you've chosen Magic Arena to do that, you're a fucking full auto bellend. You're a complete spam. If you he's just making people up. Who in the world says, I want to draft, but I want to draft the fakest games against AI in best of 1, please? Nobody. No, I want all my cards to be worthless too, because I can't sell them because this is arena. We'll just fucking keep making these eggs. My builder, it's just like the politicians, my builder, Bob, he comes to me every week and he says, Mr. Obama, I couldn't pay my balls. And Mr. Obama says, I'm going to change that. We all just make up some bloke. Just make up a bloke. Fucking idiots.
Someone who, and I say this not like someone who also plays limited and plays constructed, a pure limited grinder, somebody who doesn't care at all about getting their cards. Like this Lyris playset is useless to them. They don't use it because they don't want to.
This man doesn't exist. Who is this man who with a playset of Lyras, he doesn't give a shit because he just wants to play the shittest draft experience that there's ever been in Magic. Who's this man, Nox? You fucking idiot.
Play constructed. Those users are a minority, but they also exist. And
They don't fucking exist. I want one person in the comments to tell me I just play draft because A, I'm too fucking stupid to figure out how Magic Online works, and B, I feel like a fucking big man smashing people who are not really prepared to play a draft against someone taking it seriously. Because you, sir, you don't exist. I don't know who I'm talking to. You, Jesus, you're a fucking pussy. Jesus, he's the only man playing. Jesus. And I pick him because there's a little secret between you and me. He doesn't exist either. Jesus and this man, Jesus, the one-armed man in The Fugitive, and the Magic Arena dedicated player, they all don't exist. Except in Noxious's fully caffeine-free Diet Coke top head.
Unhappy about the duplicate solution because you know what? When they draft, the 10th copy of Lyra, you know where it goes? To the vault. Actually, drafting is a very fast way to open the vault.
I've got 10 Lyras from drafts, right? Of course we do. I draft so often and so much. I don't think I've got 10 fucking Llanowar elves from a draft. Nothing hurts a man's argument more than just throwing up bullshit. And everyone in Magic seems to be completely fine with it. The Professor did it. This guy's doing it. Saffron Olive, he nearly didn't do it. I'm not going to put his video up now because this is very similar. And I didn't have anything to shit on it. Saffron Olive said, these are some problems. Let me show you what they are. And there was a correlation between what he suggested and what happened. This man, I'm just going to make up some blokes, talk some shit. I got it all written down on my paper next to my Diet Coke and my straw.
So if you're a limited player, you're going to be opening a whole lot of vaults. But you know what you get for opening that vault? Wildcards. Do you care about wildcards as a limited user? You give zero shits. So you know what happens? The limited player that's pure limited is unhappy. The person who's just anxious, like you're anxious to spend your wildcards when you're a free-to-play user or even a paying user. You're always anxious to craft that 4th copy. God forbid you'd get a duplicate of it.
It's not the end of the fucking world. It's not the end of the world, Nox. Who has gone, he did. Apparently, it was worth crafting an actual Bran Flakes sword and trying to stab a dog when he got 4 copies and then a 5th of Regal Caracal. You saw the fucking rage and fear in that man's eye. He thought his time was up on this earth. He thought he had to march into Hades and take on Mephistopheles, even though they're not part of the same story. That's the danger he was in. They crossed theoretical demons. Oh, Nox. Somebody give me what he's on. Diet Cokes all day, of course.
It's literally anxiety-inducing to have this because you just don't want to craft the 4th dual land because, hey, you might just get it. But even the 2nd and the 3rd, at some point you might start getting duplicates and it'll suck down the line. So every time you use a wild card, you're sort of diminishing the future value of the cards you open, which is miserable. And that's not to say the economy is stingy because I don't believe that it is one iota. I actually don't believe that at all. But the 5th copy problem is creating a whole lot of feels bad moments for everyone. And the way to tackle that is to give people things that they care about. The solution of getting 1/6 of a wild card.
I don't know what this man's going to suggest. The fact that he is offering a solution is promising. The Professor, you remember that man? He had loads of shit to say about the economy. And what was the solution? To change the coins into bolus bucks and the gems into fucking Nissa tits. That was his solution to the fucking economy problem. At least this man is attempting. Let's see what he says.
Card to people when they get duplicates. You know who that doesn't help? Pure limited players. You know what a pure limited player wants? They want
a life. It's a new computer to play Modo.
Gold or gems. That's what they want. When they enter a Dominaria draft, let's say, and they pay 750 gems or 5k gold, whichever comes first, doesn't really matter. They are looking for the point where they get a break even, right? So they can keep going. The break even point is going to be 6 wins.
I've said 1 billion times, you're never going to nickel and dime whiz bangs. To get to 6 wins, you could do that if you're Seth Manfield. You could probably do it if you're Noxious. But that one time that you fuck up and you get one, that wipes out like 2 or 3 weeks worth of shit. And you can't approach this game in any way other than thinking, I'll take either what they give me and I'll spend it on 1 or 2 games and I'll have fun, or I'll buy some shits. If you think you can sit with no money and then end up with a fucking Targaryen horde of shit, you're a maniac and an idiot. An idiot.
Hypothetically, it's right between 5 and 6, so you still have to have a very high win rate to keep yourself sustained. But ask the limited player, would you rather get 650 gems in a pack or 850 gems? They will every time tell you, I want 850 gems. You can keep your packs. I don't need that crap. I don't want them. So
yeah, but what about that 90% of the people who do want potentially the double packs? The 90% of the peeps who do play fucking shits. Although, if they give you the right amount of coins and gems, the argument could be made that you could just buy the shits or do it again. But let's not forget, Whizbangs, they are a capitalist corporation. They need those monies. Also, none of this is related to the 5th card. If you want more gems for winning 5 games, I don't know what that's got to do with the 5th card.
What happens? This gets wasted. So a lot of the rewards in Limited are sort of getting wasted away, just sort of like by design, which kind of sucks because you can't convert your packs into gold at the moment. I don't even know if it's going to be a thing. I doubt it. But they have no way to just keep going for Limited. But when it comes down to it, the value of drafting is amazing. For anybody who wants to build a collection, drafting is freaking insane. It really, really, really is. You could have a 1-3 win rate, and I think maybe it's like 2 wins and 3 losses, and you're still getting good value out of the draft between the vault filling up over time, which is going to be a thing later. But you'll be getting a very, very quick collection acquisition.
You see what I see, right? Or literally every card. Literally every fucking card. He's grinding. He's got his chisel out. He's going to get there in the end. He's going to get that one Polyraptor he didn't have.
Process with sealed and draft. Those are 2 true things. But if you don't care about your collection, that doesn't apply to you. And so the way to make the duplicates found in drafts and in packs, right, relevant would be to give people gold for those duplicates. That to me is the most flexible currency Magic the Gathering Arena has to offer. Why? Well, it's obvious. It's usable to enter constructed event. It's usable to enter draft. It's usable to enter pauper. It's usable to enter competitive constructed, sorry. Like you can use it to enter anything you want. You can use it to spend it on packs. Later down there might be cosmetics. Who freaking knows what they add? Gold is the ultimate flexible currency. So then the question becomes, how much gold do you get per 5th copy would be the best solution? Well, that's for them to figure out. I've run the numbers.
Oh, I was just going to say, he had facts earlier. He's run the numbers, so let's hear him.
Numbers I've arrived at is something like 200 gold per mythic, 100 per rare. And then for uncommons and commons, they could go for like 40 gold per uncommon duplicate and 20 gold per common duplicate. And that would actually not give you too big of a baseline when it comes to a pack. Imagine this scenario. I open a Dominaria pack and it contains nothing but duplicates, which is actually pretty damn likely, but let's see if this happens. It does. All right, cool. So
what a surprise. The man's got all the shit.
Let's say rares gave you 100 gold each and uncommons gave you 40 gold each. I would be getting 100 plus 80, right? Plus 100 at 20 gold a pop for common. That is not a whole lot of gold.
That's like a full 20% rebate. Just fucking... honestly, it doesn't sound like a terrible idea, but it's not gonna. It's just not gonna work because nobody is moaning enough. Nobody cares enough. You're saying the economy's great. The economy is great. We're talking about the 5th copy problem. He's changing the baseline of the economy to flood it with more coins. It's not it. This isn't the answer. Coins and changing everything is not the answer.
That's 280 gold back. Now, I would never be dumb enough to do this. I would never be stupid enough to buy myself just a pack for no reason, unless I were trying to farm this particular thing, the rare wildcard, and I was looking to just advance the wildcard track. So in a world where I own...
Yeah, well, he just completely talked himself out of it being a good idea. If for somebody, obviously I was assuming it'd be somebody who doesn't already own all the cards. He's someone who does own all the cards, so he's effectively spending 1,000 coins for 280 coins. What? What the fuck? What the fuck? Eat my balls.
All of Dominaria, and we can't get duplicates unless we own all of it. I would never be buying packs for this unless I'm happy to pay a premium of like 5k gold per wild card, which I'm not very happy to do. I don't want to play 5k gold for a rare wild card. It's just not an appealing value proposition. So
I think they'll probably do that because you definitely would do that. You've spent 2,000 beans on getting these cards. Why wouldn't you spend another £5 on one specific card? Of course you would, Nox. You're talking more bullshit.
When you account for the fact that you can't abuse the system by buying packs to accelerate really anything at that point with your gold, and you're not getting a good, you're not quote unquote getting a good return. You can't abuse the system to get free wildcard progress, and instead you're getting gold. After 4, let's say, completely duplicate packs, I can buy a 5th, right? So that's not so bad. All I have to do, technically, is buy a total of 5 packs to get a wildcard. You know, with the usual wildcard appearance rate in the packs, it might be a feasible system, but I'm not even sure that would be something that I'd be going for. And when it comes to drafting, it's not even close. Some people say, well, what if you have a full Dominaria set and you get gold for your duplicates, right? And you're going in, let's say we're going to Dominaria draft here. Let's burn some gems. At this point, I'll have so many wildcards left over from my daily grinds that I won't need them for the next set. If we calculate 200 gold
from his daily grind, not from his fucking spending and wizards giving him a big bag of money. It was daily grinds all along. You've got all the cards, right? You already have enough leftover gems to buy the next set in its entirety on the first day from your grinds, right? Of course you do, you fucking idiots.
Per mythic duplicate, 100 gold per duplicate rare, 40 per uncommon, and 20 per common. If we run with these numbers, we'll be figuring out exactly how much I'll get at this. I'll just be rare drafting. I'm trying to maximize the amount...
Alright, finally something interesting. This has gone boring. His solutions, you know, just as I like to say, they're pie in the sky bollocks. I like seeing rare drafts. That's my new jams. So, we'll see what sexy rares he can pick up, and then we'll just call it a day.
Of gold this would give back to a drafter that has done nothing but rare draft. Let's hypothesize this. So I've got 1 mythic, that's great. But look at these uncommons. I'm getting a lot of uncommons, not too many rares passing over. Nope. Actually...
Yeah, I mean, normally in real Magic, you get tons of rares. 7th pick in the first pack. In the first rotation, I get tons of rares. 7 rares.
Just pretty much none of them. Uncommons are decent, you know, rare drafting value. As you get 40 gold per, so you only need, you know, 150 to get a free draft from them. Cool. A rare that no one cares for. So you would never enter a draft to do this, but let's assume you did, just to test out the limits of the system, how many rares you'll get on average, how much gold you'd be getting back from just getting a full duplicate pack. This is what you'd end up getting. It's not really exciting, honestly. All right. Rare drafting, all the uncommons, the commons, and the last pack in this entire series is going to be hopefully more rare generous. No, the bots are not passing rares. I guess they're picking up good ones. They're not passing a whole lot of rares. This is no good, man. Oh my god. Yeah, we'd be going broke pretty quick. We paid 5k gold to enter this. Remember that? We just paid 5k gold to enter this draft format.
Yeah, you paid 5k gold to enter a draft, not to buy packs. I mean, you're a fucking idiot. This is a draft. The fact that you're rare drafting is your choice. This is a draft to play draft.
We are not currently super happy. This is definitely not the thing that I want to be doing with my resources. So well, let's put all those cards.
Watching you is not what I want to do with the rest of my morning. So let's just see if he carries on talking any more bullshit. And then that's that.
I don't think so. Also, keep in mind, it helps bring people in that care about limited, because currently that segment of the player base is sorely underserved, not because it's pricey to draft here compared to MTGO, just because there's no way to go infinite. And so what happens?
There is a way to go infinite. Anyway, I'm had enough of this bollocks. You're going to talk shit, you can eat shit. I just want to see some of these comments. 119 to 5. 119 people watched this and thought, yeah, I definitely think I should be drinking more Coke. Anyway, let's see. Dakota, first thing, the most thumbs up. How much Coke did you drink for this video? The man was thirsty. Of course he needed tons. We're getting into winter. You got to have that squeebbles. Let's see. Jonathan Van Kinkle. I think 5th or more copies should be foils that replace one of your current 4. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. That's fucking dumb. It's the same card. Just your foil version. Fuck it. Thank God English is my first language. 1,000 words per minute. He's caffeined up. What are you going to do? Here is my awful, not really thought out fix. First, when you have a playset of a card, the percentage of getting a 5th card of the same type goes down. Second, you should get double the wild cards, 1 pack of every set, a free entry to a... Fuck off, man. Do you just want to hear some more bullshit? I somehow heard 5th coffee problem. Oh, I remember marking this one. I've got 6 arc-like phoenixes added to the free one they gave me, which I'm grateful for, but just makes me feel so unlucky. I've got 6 carnage tyrants. I'm the same as this guy. Jesus Christ, that's god-awful. That is it's just the fucking worst thing he's heard of. You heard that Khashoggi bullshit? Fuck it, this guy's got 6 arc lights he can't use. What a tragedy. The easiest way to fix this problem is just to make a slight change, lower the requirements for filling the vault. Maybes. Okay, what's the rest of the video? You're right. Gold is... he caved to his man. He caved to his man. MTG Goldfish makes a video called The 5th Copy Problem. Within a day, Nox makes the same video. Let's see what he actually responded. Yeah, people kept asking about Seth's video today on stream. This video, I don't know how long this has been up for, but I was only aware of it for like a few hours and wanted my thoughts. As I state in the video, if you bother watching it, the presentation was done by Spabsko. Don't know what that is. Felt a bit misleading. If you open 200 packs of any set, there's almost no way you're going to extract value from them. I don't know what you're fucking talking about, mate. I agree with diminishing returns being bad, but you're so damn unlikely to hit that level of diminishing returns. As an average player, that makes the point Saffron Olive made boil down to value, which has more to do with due to secondary market. Secondary market in Arena? This guy's weird. Fucking maniac. Yep, well done, Frank. You were the first commenter. What a dick. Yo, it just happened to me. I get Adelise after I crafted 4 Adelise. I feel disappointment in my heart. His heart cracked for having an extra uncommon wild card. Damn, that's some tough shit. Great video. Can I be your friend? Can I be your friend, Nox? He'd shit all over you, son. If you didn't bring a top tier deck, he'd shit on your fucking mum's face. And if you did bring a top tier deck, he'd cry and complain that some bullshit about lands and fucking shit. But then, I do the same, but let's keep that a little secret. This and the ladder matchmaking issues are my biggest problems with Arena at the moment. This is not a problem, unless you've spent 600 bangers, and I'm sure that this guy hasn't. The matchmaking issues, yeah, that's something. Watch this video in 1 times speed to achieve ascension. Alright, let's think about doing that. Started playing since 10 days, and until they remove sealed God mode... I don't know what that means. Guild of Ravnica, I suppose. I basically opened 120 packs with the initial $25 I put in. 2,000 gems to participate. 2,000 gems won with 4 wins, 3 losses in sealed. Is that true? I think that might be true. It'd kind of be neat if every... Okay, we've read enough. I want someone to say, Noxious, you're a fucking idiot. This is Noxious' best impersonation of Gordon Gecko. Complete with Coke, Harper Stimulant Energy. Amazing and needed video. Incredibly needed for the fact that, what's his name? Saffron Olive did it an hour ago. Noxious fixes the Fed. I don't think he is. You could also use set specific wildcards, e.g. Dominaria wildcard Mythic. That's not a terrible idea. I don't think it's a good idea, though. I think it's very difficult. I made you a Planeswalker portrait. Can I send it? I really hope this says someone else saying, don't be a fucking pussy. Oh, come on, Seymour, you twat. Alright, we're going to take that man up on his offer. How'd you change the speed? It's got up. There is a way, I'm sure. That changes. Maybe it's in options. This is in options. I don't think we'll be watching whatever that is. It's here, right? Speed! There we go. Let's roll.
People have been suggesting a bunch of ideas since then, something like, oh, when you get a 5th copy of a card you already own 4 of, then just give people a wild card of the same rarity. Well, this doesn't really work for a variety of reasons, because like a 6th of a card, it's like a 15 points, something percent, it's like 16 plus, but it's basically a way to say, well, at least your card doesn't just go to the vault for 1%. And it is true, you will be running into that situation sometimes. The frustration is real, but it's mostly a feels bad problem because the odds as an average player that you get a duplicate of a card you already own 4 copies of is slim. It'll take you a very long time before you hit the diminishing returns. I know because I bought 180 packs of each set in this game, and my numbers are pretty much clear. I knew this coming into open beta. I knew it ahead of time. If I bought more than 150...
He makes 10 times more sense than he normally does. Anyway, ladies and shits, I don't know if this video was worth doing. You can smell my balls.